Hello, my name is Justin Cherry, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about DinoMyte CRM. But first of all, thank you for attending this demonstration. Now, if you are watching this demonstration, you're probably in some sort of service business, right? Typically, we're selling DinoMyte CRM into fire alarm companies, security, access control, surveillance, telecom, structured wiring, HVAC, and low voltage businesses. So if this is you, you're in the right spot. Now, our software platform is one platform to manage the entire business from front to back, right? So you're doing all your sales, your marketing, opportunity tracking, and pipeline reporting off of it. All your proposals come off our software program. You're tracking your projects, your service and dispatch, your field service personnel, all your inventory, your inspection reports, your recurring billing, and all your invoicing. And this is why leading companies are using DinoMyte CRM to run their business. So most people that I come across in the industry, they're using multiple software programs to run their business. Something for sales, something for quoting. They're looking up pricing everywhere when they have people need quotes. They're using something for calendars, something for dispatching, something for their technicians in the field, and they're using an accounting software. And this is a really disjointed way of running the business. This is not going to get you good reporting. You're going to double enter data, and ultimately stuff is going to fall through the cracks. Well, we have a much different solution that puts all that together in one platform that you use to manage the entire business. And on top of having one platform to manage the entire business, we also have custom environments available for more enterprise level companies that want to have a more customized user experience where they can just tell us what they want built on the software program, and we build it and roll it into their package pretty seamlessly within a short period of time. This is really, again, useful if you are an enterprise level company who needs to have a lot of custom features built in the software program. We provide that environment for our customers as well. And in the spirit of making sure our customers have their best foot forward, we also provide for our customers website development and SEO services where we will showcase your company in the most professional manner and get you higher ranked in the search engines. And we build these out for our clients all the time, and we build very, very beautiful websites for them to use to get more leads and to showcase their companies in the most professional and respective manner. So when it comes to DinoMyte CRM, let me just kind of tell you where I come from, what my background is. So I've been working in consulting capacity with companies in the fire alarm, security, life safety industries for almost 16, 17 years now, and I've worked with companies of all different sizes, and we are solving a lot of different issues for these businesses. They're looking to me not only as a business consultant, but a software vendor to get them the results that they need to take their business to the next level, to scale their business, and to solve the many issues. So what are some of the biggest issues plaguing your business today? Is it running your business from Excel spreadsheets? Is it operating your business from an accounting software, double entering a data? Do you have billable work falling through the cracks, lack of inventory control, not knowing where your technicians are at, letting salespeople slide by with zero accountability or productivity measures? Is it managing collections of past due bills, or knowing your numbers, or reporting, or capturing all your billable work and becoming paperless, scheduling technicians better, tracking their time, turning them into revenue streams instead of cost centers? Is it quoting and billing for recurring revenue and maintenance contracts? So all the clients that we have experienced almost all of these issues at some point in time while growing their business. So when you're looking for a software vendor that's going to give you solutions to these issues, right, you're going to want to find somebody who has a track record of doing it, somebody who has people in your industry, and really somebody who has the software that will enable you to address these issues head on as opposed to kicking them down the road. So now to dive a little bit into the software, this is the main web page of the software where you're looking at a customer account inside the database, right? So this is set up as a customer. They're active. Here's all their address information. And I'm looking at this and get a real 360-degree view of this client, right? Here's all their contacts. Here's all the documentation I have. Here is their multiple job sites. If I have to track job site locations, right, I can track all my alternate locations. So if this is a true multi-site location, maybe I have other sites that are tied into this location directly to this client. I'm also tracking this all back to a salesperson or a main service rep. I can tag this account to Gather Intelligence, so I know this is a Brevo account, their annual inspection, their bankers, their franchise, their customer. They have card access, they're a multi-site location. They have a suppression system, and this is their main office location. And I know this customer came to me from a referral because I'm also tracking the referral source of the customers and accounts in your system, so we know where we can spend our marketing dollars to give us the best bang for my buck. I also have calendaring in my software, right? So inside the software, I have a central calendar that everybody uses to track everything they do. This is all drag and drop, so if I need to add something to this spot, I just drag and drop, and then I can schedule tasks here for people in the organization. I have a global calendar, I have a group calendar, I have dispatch boards. This is going to be your main hub for tracking all the work you do, all your sales follow-ups, all your meetings, all your calls that you have to make, and everybody's going to be using this central calendar inside the software program. We're also tracking opportunities. So this is where other companies have made a multi-billion-dollar businesses out of with this opportunity tracking. If you aren't tracking your opportunities for salespeople, you need to start doing that because this is going to allow you to do pipeline reporting. So you can see that I have stages of my pipeline right here. My initial contact is the first stage, the needs assessment, then presentation. They're on the generate quote stage. Then I got to go to commitment to buy, negotiation, sales fulfillment. They've been in my pipeline for 80 days, and I have a 50% probability of closing them, right? I can tell how much they're worth, what type of service they're looking at getting from us, and then I can start tracking all of my salespeople through the pipeline reporting process and know what they're putting into the pipeline, what we're getting out of, and really have true measurements for my salespeople going forward. Inside the software too, we're linking your software to either your vendors' websites through an API, or we can import their catalogs into the system. So then this becomes your central spot for all your parts and pricing. So you would have a central Pricebook catalog inside here that would have all the vendors you order from and everything that you need to order from those vendors. So that way, when you go to make a quote, you literally just start typing and start adding things onto the quote, and then the quote gets updated like that. We can print pictures. We can make beautiful proposals. The quotes can look however you want. You could have many versions of the quote depending on the services that you're doing, and we will update those for you at any point in time at no charge. So you're also quoting not only for equipment, but you're also quoting for labor that's going along with the job. And depending on what you add to the quote for equipment, we could automatically be calculating your labor for you. So that way all the salespeople have a baseline that they go off of when they start to do a project. And then you can bump that up from there if there's other things about that environment or that job that you need to bump up your labor for. You can do that on a case-by-case basis. We're also tracking all your recurring. So typically the customers that we use, they're doing some sort of monitoring or maintenance agreements. They're selling that to the customer. So in this case, I'm selling a $65 a month monitoring contract to the customer. And that contract would be appended under here under documents. So when they're signing the document online, I can send them a link to sign online. And when they're signing this online, they can actually sign for the whole entire agreement, everything in one spot, because we have the ability to take documents and upload them to the system and then merge them into one file that your customer can sign and execute on. And once your customer signs and executes on that, then the system has this thing called automation that would notify people that that's taken place. And then people are notified that they have to do something, and now the customer signed, the customer gets a notification back with a signed copy. Operations is notified you have a new job, and the ball gets passed to the next person. It's all documented, all tracked in the same system. Now, after you close the quote, then that quote will typically turn over to what we call a service order, and you have different types of service orders in the system, which all the drop-down data is defined by you. In this case, I wanted to make this an on-site service call, or maybe it's an installation, maybe it's a project. But on this service order, we're tracking the work requested, which is typically your scope of work, and then the work performed, which is typically what the technician has done on the job. Internal comments, I can see who it's assigned to. I also have a subtype of service order. I track all the time going to this, so as technicians add time in the field, that time is tracked. I can see that that time's been added. I can even go a step further into tracking people's GPS location as they add time. I get to see where they add that time from, and then be able to track their time records back to the actual location they stamped that at. I also have my billable labor on here. I also have all my equipment on here. I can make purchase orders on this. I can see my job cost in real time here to make sure that we're still remaining profitable and my hours are on check. I can upload any documentation directly to the job from right here. I can manage expenses. I can manage any customer assets that we need to repair. I can build checklists on this, and I can have this dispatched to multiple people if I wanted to. That way multiple people can collaborate and work on this more like a project in this case, right? I'm also making purchase orders in the system. So as you have jobs come in that stuff needs to be ordered for, you're making purchase orders from the software, sending them to your vendors. Vendors then send the stuff to you. You track serial numbers in my software. We work with barcode scanners, Bluetooth barcode scanners, so you can just scan stuff into stock. We also have the ability to update the cost on service orders and then fill that cost or reserve that cost back to the job. So then your job costing on all your jobs are going to be coming out correctly, right? And purchase orders in our system would translate over to the accounting software as vendor bills. So at some point in time, once you receive the purchase order, that will ultimately make it to your accounting software as a vendor bill, and then you can manage the payables inside your accounting software. From the technician side, they're using typically an app on their phone to log into the mobile-ready website, which would allow them to manage all of their schedules, all their jobs, anything they have to do. So if I want to see the service orders that are assigned to me as a technician, I can just click this and go into my service orders here, and I can see everything I need about this job. So I can log my travel time, I can log my work time, I can capture the signature when the job is done for my customer, I can GPS to the site. I also can see the brief description and the scope of work for the job. I can see my work performed, which is what I've done the job already. I can get my notes that are specific to this job, telling me other things that I need to know about this site. I also have a place to track internal comments, which would be stuff that's only company's eyes only. I also have the ability to update the status of the job. So we don't just allow them to update to any status, though. They have to follow a process. So if I needed a quote on this job for something additional, I can just click needs quote, and then this will go to needs quote for the status of the service order, and then that will then notify whoever is the salesperson that you need a quote. They can look over the notes, get the quote back, the change order, and then start working on that portion of the job as well. From the mobile side too, I can add time entries. I can track anything that is a repair item, which would be a customer asset that I need to work on. I can add parts from the field. I can see documentation on the job. I can take pictures. If I needed to upload pictures to the job, I can just come in here and then decide what I want to upload. And then if I want to upload that, I can just go ahead and click save. And then now that's uploaded directly to the job. I can log expenses and capture pictures of my receipts. I can use custom fields in order to fill out data for some things that we don't have a field for. You can curate custom fields depending on the job, and their technicians can use custom fields in order to do whatever they need to do to track on the job. And then again, once this job is closed, they would then capture a signature right here from the software. The customer would sign. They would typically flip around the phone. The customer would then just sign this on their phone, and once they sign, that is now captured inside the CRM as a signed doc. And notice the pen will now be a PDF icon identifying that this has been captured, and a signed copy is now in the software and ready to go in the document center. And once your jobs are done, we also have invoicing the software. So when you guys have jobs that are done, typically you're going to be doing complete invoices, but you can do progressive invoicing, you can do prepaid invoicing, you can do partial invoicing, but then the day you're going to have an invoice that you can email and send to your customer from right here. You can track payments. You could tap ACH payments. You could tap credit card payments right from the software using a merchant account. And that will all flow through to your accounting software. I would email customers right from the software and invoice with a link to pay online. That way it's going to reduce your AR collection and get you paid quicker for the work that you're doing. And last but not least, we're also tracking contracts and agreements. Now, a contract would be like a labor contract, a maintenance agreement, a warranty, or in the case of life safety and fire alarm companies, maybe it's sprinkler monitoring, maybe it's a monitoring contract. So in this case, I have a monitoring contract set up to bill every single month, first of the month, for $115, and this could be set on automatic billing, and this would just go until you cancel it, right? And this would send an invoice to your customer. This could tap a payment at the same time. This could also give them a link for them to pay online, but you're tracking all your recurring stuff inside DinoMyte CRM. Last but not least, we have reporting and analytics on the software through dashboards and reports. We have a customer portal for your customers to log in and submit tickets and pay their bill online. We have accounting integrations, and we also have a number of third-party integrations on the software, and we also do customizations in the software. To learn more, email us at sales@DinoMyteCRM.com or call us at the phone number on our website. We would be happy to help you out. Thank you.